The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is one of the most striking accounts in the book of Genesis, revealing the holiness of God, His justice, and also His mercy toward the righteous. It is said that the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah had fallen into deep moral corruption. Violence, injustice, sexual immorality, and a lack of compassion for the poor and needy had become part of everyday life. Their inhabitants had completely turned away from God's ways. The outcry of their wickedness reached the presence of God. Then the Lord decided to bring judgment upon them. But before carrying out His justice, He chose to reveal His plan to Abraham, Lot's uncle. With a compassionate heart, Abraham interceded and pleaded with God not to destroy the cities if there were righteous people living there. He began by asking if there were 50, and God promised not to destroy them for the sake of 50. Abraham kept pleading 45, 40, 30, 20, until he reached 10. The Lord agreed. If 10 righteous people could be found, He would spare the whole city. But there were not even 10. Therefore God sent 2 angels to Sodom to rescue Lot and his family. When Lot saw them, he welcomed them into his home with hospitality. Yet the men of the city, filled with wickedness, surrounded the house and demanded that Lot hand over his guests so they could abuse them. This revealed the extreme corruption that ruled the city. The angels intervened, striking the attackers with blindness so they could not carry out their evil intent. They warned Lot to take his wife and daughters and flee quickly, for the judgment of God would fall at dawn. Even then Lot hesitated, and the angels had to urge him to hurry. They commanded him not to look back, nor stop anywhere in the valley, but to escape to the mountains. With urgency, Lot and his family fled, and at that moment God rained down fire and sulfur from heaven, destroying Sodom, Gomorrah, and the surrounding cities. Everything that breathed was consumed, but in the midst of their escape, Lot's wife disobeyed the command. She looked back toward the city left behind, and instantly she was turned into a pillar of salt, an eternal reminder of the consequences of disobedience. Lot and his daughters found refuge, and thus the word of the Lord was fulfilled. The righteous were delivered while evil was judged. This story not only shows the severity of divine judgment against injustice and corruption, but also highlights the importance of obedience and the mercy of God toward those who remain faithful in the midst of a corrupt world.